Hello and welcome to today's video. We are here to take a look at what I think are the top 5 supercars ever in GTA. Fun fact though, I only own one of these 5 at the moment. Now I'm going to go through from 5 to 1 and I'm going to say why each of these I think are on my, why I think that they should be the top 5 supercars ever to come out into GTA. And these 0 cars that I want to work to try to buy all 5 of them and have in-game. Also, I'm going to tell you when they're from and all that shit. So first of all, coming in at number 5, but first I want to mention the honorable mention of the Tempesta, the Nero, and the Adder. They are all, and actually the Entity XF, they're all good cars that should be somewhere mentioned in this, so I'm going to throw out those car names as well. So first off, I'm going to start off with number 5, the FMJ. This car was one of the cars that got my attention when it first came out in the DLC of the Further Adventures in Finance and Felony. So here is a summer 2016 DLC car. And this car, based off of one of the crazy Aston Martin concept supercars and the Ford GT 2017, Ford GT should I say. Actually, it might have been 2016 as well, I'm not sure. But either way, this car here, its styling, its handling maybe isn't the best. It drifts great though, and that's what matters. I like a car that slides around. So if you want a car that's not going to handle well, interior wise, it has a pretty swag interior, not gonna lie. This car though, in general, coming in number 5 on our list, based off of how its design is and how it slides around and gives you those positive vibes. Next up on our list over here of the best supercars in GTA is the RE7B. Now, surprisingly enough, this Cunning Stunts car, when it first came out, was not high on my list of cars that I liked at all. But after a while getting used to it and driving it for the fact of having the fastest supercar in the game when I originally bought it, I really got used to having this nice ass car. And I enjoy the fact of it. It doesn't have the best acceleration ever, maybe the best grip, but it is super fast. Now you can tell that it's not as fast as it used to be, but it definitely is a nice car to have and drive. It has an interesting design. It definitely looks weird with the liveries on it because I'm used to always seeing those on it from whenever I owned it, but it is very cool. And I bought the Nero sort of like, hey, I'll replace this car with the Nero. Didn't really work. This car has more vibes than the Nero. Definitely does. So, I mean, I might go through my garage to try to sell some of those other cars that I had, the other supercars. They're not going to give me enough to buy all these cars, obviously, because they're only going to be about probably 2.5 at the most. But besides that, this here, coming in at number 4 on the great GTA supercars. Next on the list was one of my favorite supercars in GTA for quite some time, the Zentorno. This here is the oldest car on our list, coming in from I don't even know what DLC this was, to be honest. What DLC did this car come out? I know it was in the game by the time I'd been playing GTA, so that's all I know. I'm not sure what DLC this came out, but it is a really, really great supercar. For a while, it was my #1 supercar to drive, and when it came out, it was the third most expensive supercar in the game. I definitely remember that. Getting it was like, oh my god, when I get that car, it's gonna be so great. Everyone's gonna be like, damn, you pretty swag with that supercar. Now having this on Torno obviously is a basic car, basic supercar, but definitely is a must-have if you're looking at a supercar to have. It is a fun car, maybe not the fastest of all the supercars. At one point it was. Now obviously a lot of cars have surpassed it in the time that it's been out. But definitely a good car nonetheless. So that is number 3 on our supercar list. Coming in now, number 2 on our supercar list is the Trojan Tyrus. This here based off the McLaren F1 Longtail. This car gives major vibes when you drive it. It really does have a lot of positive vibes. I have so much fun driving this car. Fun scale, this is up there with the number 1 car on our list. Like, it's really close in that sense. This car came out with the Cunning Stunts DLC, and was the number 1 car that I bought of Cunning Stunts. The first day Cunning Stunts came out, I'm like, I'm buying this car. And I definitely wish I didn't sell it, because this thing has so many vibes. The fact that the 2 supercars that I have, actually 3 of the supercars that I have on my list of supercars, well, 3 of the 4 supercars that I currently own were honorable mention supercars, and not supercars that I own here. So it's definitely interesting in that sense. But obviously now, the Tyrus came in at number 2. You'll of course know what's coming in at number 1. It is the Trojan T20. Based off the McLaren P1. Still my favorite supercar in the game. It's definitely hard to top this car in the game. The looks and designs, the vibes you get from driving this one here are only rivaled by the Tyrus. This car weighs more than most of the supercars on this list, except for besides the RE7B, which does weigh quite a bit. Whoa, the first drift. This car is definitely one that you can throw into a corner, get the tail up just a little bit, but still have a good amount of fun driving. And this car here is just such a vibe machine. Like, it really is a great car to drive. And if you don't own this car in GTA and you don't have the money, go make $2.2 million and buy this, because this car everybody needs in GTA. So with that, the 5 best supercars in GTA are, of course, number 5, the Vapid FMJ. Number 4, the Enus RE7B. Number 3, the Pagasi Zentorno. Yeah, really, don't close the door on this one car. For fuck's sake. Number 2. The Progen Tyrus. And coming in, number 1 car on the list. The Progen T20. Oh, for fuck's sake. Really? You're not going to close the door on this car either? You fucking cunt. So those there are the top 5 supercars in GTA. So with that, thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll see you guys in the next one.